Hey Crispell, this is a tutorial if you are using the internet for research. There's so much out there, so much to help you and so much to fool you. We are going to review the best method to help you decide on the best information for what your purpose is. There's a lot out there and sometimes it's hiding and you don't really know if what you see is really what you're getting. So be careful. First thing you want to think about is considering the source. Where is it coming from? Think about it like being at the lunchroom table. You hear a rumor. You want to make sure that rumor is true or not true. You want proof. You want accuracy. Is it somebody's opinion? Is it gossip? Is it somebody else's perspective? All of this exists on the internet and it's really difficult to go through. So I'm going to step you through a process that you will use to help you when you meet a new website. This process is called the Craap Test. The word Craap has the letters and each of the letters stands for a word to help you so that you know what you're looking for. Currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Let's take it one at a time. Currency. The most important thing to do is find a date. There is new information and there's old information. You also want to consider when is old information okay to use and when is new information okay, or you actually need updated information. Things like information on Washington, George Washington, who's dead. A lot of that hasn't changed. So if it's older information, you don't worry too much about it. But if you're looking for recent and current affairs and events, you really want to find a date. Dates are most likely going to be at the very top of a website or at the very bottom. So this here article says it was posted on April 3rd, 2015. Now down here, I want you to observe that this 2008 through 2018, even though you have these dates, it does not necessarily mean that the information was updated. It might just mean that they changed the color of the website. So be aware for the date. Relevance. This is a tricky word, but this has to do with thinking about what is your question. You have so many choices. You have a variety of information. So, for example, I love this little article from News ELA, and it talks about raptors guarding Mexico's airport. So we're talking about Mexico, and we're talking about raptors. But you're doing a research report on Mexico. Will this help you? No, it's not relevant. Yeah, it's talking about Mexico. It looks like a picture of an airport somewhere in Mexico. But if you're doing the history of Mexico or something about the culture of the people, I'm not sure this is the best place to start. Maybe later on, after you have more information, this would be something that you would find interesting, but you don't want to spend too much time delving into this information if you need to get other questions answered first. You want to know relevance. Authority. Now, many of us have heard of certain institutions that we know because we've heard them. The New York Times, the Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, all of these are sources. You want to make sure that the source that you are getting the information from is responsible. So taking a look at this article here on the seabirds. This is coming from the Smithsonian. Where in your head have you heard Smithsonian? Yes, Night at the Museum. And yes, it is a world-class museum that exists in Washington, D.C. You know that this is a certifiable source because we have experts that work there. People that have gone through years and years of school. People that have credentials. They're professors. They're archaeologists. They know their stuff. You want reputation. You want those credentials. Same thing here with biography.com. When you are looking at a website, you want to try to find that About button. Click on it. Who are they? Get to know who they are. Get to know what their education is. Why do they have the right to post this information? And why should you listen to them? you want to review that information as well. Your About button will be at the very top, or you could scroll to the bottom of a website. I like when I have the name of the author and where they're coming from. Accuracy. Okay, so take a look at this for a second. What's wrong with it? Or what's right with it? Hello, did the internet exist when Abraham Lincoln was around? It didn't. You know things to not be true. You have to think about them. You have to use your common sense and your logic to determine that something doesn't look right. Look for things that are misspelled. Look for words that don't look like they fit there. You know certain things. So use your common sense, use your head, slow down, and be patient. Purpose. So I have to say this is the trickiest because a lot of websites are out there for a lot of different reasons. You want to look for the domains. You have .coms, .orgs, .edus, and .govs. You want to get information from .orgs and .edus. .govs are excellent as well. .coms can be a little bit sketchy because a lot of the time they're looking for money. .orgs are coming from nonprofit organizations. .edus are coming from institutions that are educational. And .gov is coming from the government, whether it be the United States or another country. These will help you determine what information you will be getting. You want to stay away from websites where you have constant pop-ups and distracting advertisements. Also, please be aware of those words, those extreme words. This is the best, this is the worst, or all or nothing. Think to yourself, what is this website trying to do? Is it trying to convince me of something? Is it trying to make me feel a certain way? You want to know what is the purpose of that website. Considering the bias. The bias is an angle. So, for example, a lot of people say, oh, people that wear glasses are smarty pants. Is that true? Or is that a bias? You want to consider what is that person's angle, their purpose, their spin. What's their perspective? Know that there's always more than one. You want facts, people. You want the facts, not somebody's opinion. Again, here is your Craap test. Currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. It doesn't take long, and the more you practice with it when you meet a website, the better you'll get at it. All right, people, go out there, search that world wide web, and please come to the library if you have any questions. You can also email me at lisa.metz@pinebushschools.org. I'll see ya. Bye.